Hello, and welcome back to the Dolecast, episode 104. They're flying out rightly these days. Today I'm joined by Jaz Sierra.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am excellent. Excellent. I went to see Spider-Man 3 in the cinema last night. It's back. It's back.
I thought that... Is there another Spider-Man?
No, like new Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
The old ones, they're back.
Oh. I prefer Tobey Maguire.
Do you?
Yeah. But I'm old.
I'm an Andrew Garfield boy.
You seem like the type.
He's a wee skater guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went last night to see that. Took my girlfriend for the first time.
Aww.
And hated every second. No, she doesn't like the fights, so she just closed her eyes. And I was like, kind of missing most of this, like, to be honest.
Spider-Man's hard to leave violent.
Yeah, hard to be pretty peaceful and chill. But yeah, how have you been?
Don't bring her to Aquaman.
I know. She'd be raging.
It's real.
She can't swim. But yeah, petrified. Have you been to that 4DX in Cineworld?
No.
Wild.
Is it?
Wild.
Did you watch Twister or anything?
He did.
Yeah. What was it like?
One of the best cinematic experiences of my entire life. It was packed out to the rafters. Hello, I'm on this episode, by the way.
Yeah.
It was packed out to the rafters. The girl beside me turned to me. I didn't know her. And I was like, "You done this before?" And she's like, "No, but the Italian I had is about to come up here." And I went, "The Nando's I had is about to come up here."
I thought you were talking about Italian guy. I was like,
No, the food.
Yeah.
Thrown about, water in your face, wind, like strobe lighting for lightning. You're getting hit in the back. Sometimes you think someone's turned around behind you going, "Who's hitting you?" But like everybody kind of understood it, that like no one was there for the film. After like people are getting thrown away into these vortexes here, like brutally dying, and everyone's laughing their heads off. It's genuinely go see Twisters and 4DX. I sound like I'm paid.
I feel like it's a good way to figure out if your
like
date is.
Oh yeah.
So if they can go through the wind, the water, like,
all the elements, and see if you can still be together.
I went to see Twisters by myself. Solo experience.
I go once a month to the movies by myself.
What have you seen recently?
I just saw It Ends With Us.
Oh. I saw it this day last week.
Isn't it a bit much?
I thought it was like a wee rom-com, and when we walked into it, I was like, people are getting punched and all.
Everyone kept asking me, like, "Did you read the book?" And I was like, "Nah." And then I was like,
"Oh, okay, should have looked it up at least." Yeah, it all turned a bit dark fairly quick, and I was like, thought this would be funner. But yeah, I went to see Twisters by myself. That was my first cinema experience by myself. I liked it until I walked in. Everybody else was with a person, and I was like booked the furthest row in front of all them. So I had to do like the walk of shame through everybody and sit down. And but no, once the film started, that was great.
The Secret is a matinee
on
a Sunday.
Early, yeah. Have you seen Longlegs?
Oh yeah, I couldn't sleep for a week.
Yeah, we went to see Longlegs. It got me a few times. I jumped a lot.
You know that opening scene where they're about to show his face?
Yeah, and
I closed my eyes. I couldn't do it.
I hit a button there by accident. Don't know what it was. These make sounds. I have no idea what that was. But yeah, when he like jumps down at the start, I was done.
Oh.
There was all the dolls. I'm not a big dolls guy whatsoever.
The dolls were wild.
Dolls in movies in general freak me out a lot. Like, have you ever seen The Boy?
No.
The Boy is like you've told me about this.
It is freaky. Now when I first discovered The Boy, it sounds like I'm talking something else. When I first discovered The Boy, it was like I must have been 12, but like it's like a wee porcelain doll.
Yeah.
The story is, I don't know why I'm doing a campaign for this movie, but the story is that this girl comes to like look after this boy while their parents go away. But she gets there, and the boy is just like this porcelain doll, and they speak to it as if it's like their actual son, like living, breathing. And then you find out like their actual son died, and they now like he lives on through this doll, and they speak really weird. But she's like, "Oh, whatever, it's just a doll." But they give her all these rules, like don't feed him, blah blah blah. After this time, all this, and she's like, "Well, they're nonsense." Doll starts moving about the house by itself. And she's like, not a fan of that. Turns out, spoiler alert for The Boy, if anybody's dying, turn it off.
I'm gonna watch it.
The son is alive and has been living in the walls for years, and he is moving the boy about, like, which I find scarier than actually.
I find that pretty legendary.
Yeah, he's run the gauntlet. Like, see,
to the bed, like,
like that would scare me more than like supernatural thing. I think. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in terms of he's just in the walls.
Have you seen I've seen it on TikTok, and it put me through this whole YouTube hole. Those people who go to these conventions,
right,
and they have like they care for these dolls like they're their children, and they'll bring them to these large conventions, and they're like
a doll convention.
It's like a big doll convention, but it's like this is my son, this is my daughter. They have them in strollers. They have them like
mentally ill.
Yeah,
mentally ill. Yeah, there was a boy too. I know that. I followed the franchise.
Still on the walls. Nothing changed.
Yeah, well, he came out of the walls. He'd been living on the walls. He's all like grimy, big beard and everything. I didn't watch the movie. I read all this on the IMDb synopsis. I don't want to when I don't want to watch a horror film because I'm scared. I'll just read the whole plot. And then I'm done. Do you have a favorite horror film?
I like Strangers.
The recent one just came out there, didn't it?
Well, yeah, I saw that one as well, but I like all of them.
Okay.
And then I like all the Saw movies.
Yes. What was the last? Saw X was the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't think I gotten that far. I think I stopped at like 4.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm a big Halloween guy.
Yes.
Mike Myers. Yeah. It's back in cinemas soon.
I thought you meant the holiday, and I got really excited. You meant the movie. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
You're very passionate about Halloween.
I do love Halloween.
Well, I also like Halloween in general. I like the spookiness of it.
Yeah.
But like I'm not step foot over the door, but I like the vibe of Halloween. Yeah, big Mike Myers guy.
Yeah.
Just because I think it scares me more because it could happen. Do you know what I mean? Someone could just put a mask on and do it.
I think that's the only thing that makes something actually scary is when it could actually happen. Like monsters and stuff don't really.
Yeah, like paranormal activity. I'm kind of whatever.
I don't know.
It's all good. Do you believe in all that?
I don't not believe in it.
Yeah. Okay. Like if something started moving now in this room, what are you doing?
I think it'd be alright. There's 2 of you.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what,
man,
I would soil myself right here, right now. Yeah, I'd freak. But Long Legs was scary. There was a few bits in it where like I'm not good with jump scares whatsoever, and I would just like they would just flash up on the screen. Not good. Nicolas Cage though,
that was
unrecognizable. And there's a few guys in Belfast that look strikingly similar to him that I've seen walking about.
He did a gig in Derry there, and there was a guy that looked. I said we did a gig. You did a gig. I was there.
In Chicken Box?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. There was a guy in the corner. I thought it ripped him out of the screen and stuck him in.
I think I've seen him before.
You probably. He had like long white hair, and I was like, someone's birthday, you know? But that's a niche Long Legs reference. But yeah, it was scary. Speaking of, I see kind of transitions here. Speaking of Chicken Box Derry. You do stand-up comedy?
I do.
Yeah? But you moved here from the States?
Yes.
How? Why did that happen? Took a plane?
Immigration here? No,
What made you go for it?
I moved... Well, I had like a random dream one day that I lived in Ireland. And
like a sleepy dream? Yeah.
Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? Like, just literally went to sleep, woke up, and then I was like, that's... actually not impossible.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any huge responsibilities at the time, and I was like, this is the one time in my life I don't have kids, I'm not married, I don't own a house yet. So it's like
I understood.
Just do it. Yeah. And so I moved here, I started doing charity work, and then I've just applied to be a citizen. So
Woo. Yeah.
When was that you first moved over?
Like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wowza. And did you move here for stand-up? Did you stand up when you were in America, or did you just start when you were here?
I did stand up in America.
Yeah.
I did it. I lived in Philadelphia at the time.
Okay.
And so I would gig in Philly, I would gig in New York, and then sometimes I'd go visit home in Florida and gig there.
Yeah.
But then I moved here, and it was like starting all over again because it's a very different sense of humor.
Very different.
Better sense of humor in my opinion.
Ooh.
Up for the banter, less PC.
Yeah, up for the bounce. That's us. Yeah.
And then so then I just try to learn it here and
I'm just back from Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where about? I was in Orlando. I was in Miami and Orlando.
Okay, so I grew up near and around Orlando.
Okay. Yeah. I love Danny's. Big Danny's guy. I'm a big Danny's guy. Like the fact you get 2 plates.
Denny's is like if Centra had tables and
really?
waiter services.
I love Danny's.
Yeah.
Is it not CC's Pizza?
Oh, Cece's Pizza is cool.
Cece's Pizza. Have you been to Cece's Pizza when you were there?
I've been to Orlando 2015, but I might have had it. But
Oh,
I've been too young
man.
to remember.
Cece, so when we were leaving, we had Cece's Pizza on our last day. But I've been like this 5 times with me, so like we'd been every time.
Yeah.
Cece's is the bomb.
Do you have the cinnamon roll?
The cinnamon
thing?
rolls, do like cheesy like garlic bread things they do. They do brownies
yes.
and everything, and the brownies weren't as good as I remember. But those cinnamon rolls, I could eat 15 of them.
When I was in high school, it only cost $3.99 to go, and we would skip school or leave school and walk over to Cece's and just eat pizza.
It is legendary. I'd like to know like the hygiene maybe isn't the greatest.
No.
But you know what? It's a fun time, and it's all you can eat. There's a salad bar. I didn't touch it. It was more just.
I'm gonna put that in my Tinder bio. A fun time.
I thought you were
all
say,
you can eat.
All you can eat. Yeah. Hygiene not the greatest.
Sorry.
But yes, Denny's is great. Yeah, no, Cece's is good. But yeah, that was fun. McDonald's when we were over there was doing a $5 meal.
Yeah,
is that a thing they do a lot when they're over there?
They will
Not when they're
try
over
to
there.
give you.
They're there. But
America will always try to give you an abundance of food for the cheapest thing.
Yeah.
I didn't like the McDonald's I had in Florida. I really didn't like it.
Man, I was a pig the whole time I was there, man. See the free. No, obviously when we were here, you don't get free refills.
Yeah.
Like in restaurants, man. I was in back to the steakhouse in my sick Dr. Pepper. Like I was
Dr. Pepper.
Oh yes, man. Oh yes. I worship Dr. P. Like the nah. All my mind's thinking about Denny's. I'm sorry.
Did you have Chick-fil-A?
I love Chick-fil-A. I brought the sauce back. I like smuggled the sauce back into the country. Chick-fil-A is lethal.
Yeah.
All the sauces are. I'm trying to even think what our closest thing here would be. Probably like Slim Chickens.
Yeah, I would think Slim.
Yeah,
that's the one place that like had the closest to like
sauce
similar
wise
sauces.
and like yeah. Slim Chickens is lethal.
I'm sorry to interject. I'm having my first ever Taco Bell on Monday. Never had it before.
Where?
Big events, London.
I just went to London to see Korn, and I went to Taco Bell, and it's not the same as America.
Right. Okay.
But it was pretty good.
Authentic enough, or like?
I mean, it's like the food you eat at 2 a.m. when you're drunk.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll never know if Taco Bell was really good.
The thing is, there's a mukbanger TikTok girl that my girlfriend follows, and she eats a load of Taco Bell, and we're just like, we'll just go get some. And what's to see what the hype's about?
I like the Crunch Wrap and the cheesy gordita crunch.
I had the Crunch Wrap when I was in Portugal. So
is there Taco Bell in Portugal?
Well, apparently so. But I went to Portugal. My 9 other mates of mine and then June there, and we realized we had a villa. We realized that Uber Eats is very cheap over there. It was like 17 cents for delivery. So I think I spent €150 on Uber Eats the whole week. But Taco Bell was one of the things I ordered, and it was poor in Portugal. It was very, very crunchy. But
that's Spanish McDonald's. Yeah, that's
get
cuisine. Like
didn't get to McDonald's.
Spanish McDonald's. There's beer. They serve beer in there. The burgers actually are like real meat. It's phenomenal. Like
I'd say the burgers here are okay.
Well, I wouldn't say they're real meat.
They're a mixture of things.
Whenever they've got out back, throw it in, just put it in the fryer.
I can't stop thinking about Denny's. But the so I was in Florida. I did Universal. Didn't do Disney this time because.
Did you do Universal and Islands of Adventure, or just Universal?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Did Universal, Islands of Adventure, SeaWorld, and Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens is pretty intense, so it is, in terms of rides. Now, we were about to get on one, alarm sounded, and they were like, get off the ride. I was like, oh my goodness. Universal, though, different ball game. Like, it is insane.
Did you have a fast pass?
We didn't. So, in years gone by, we stayed in the hotel beside it, Lowe's, and had fast passes. Didn't this year, so we just had to wait like muggles. But it's lethal, like very good. Everything. I sort of went in with the attitude this year of like, listen, I've got my money. I know I'm getting ripped off. I'm gonna buy this stuff, and I did. I got ripped off every single time. Like, but I'm trying to think what my favorite ride is in Universal. Or Islands of Adventure.
I can't remember. I know there's Hulk. Love that one.
Hulk's
the Popeyes ride. If you're like sweating, it's nice because
Is
you
that
get
the
soaked.
yeah? You get drenched, like
Yes.
actually drenched.
I like the Raging Rocket one because you get to pick a song.
It's getting shut down. Yeah.
Oh.
They're taking it away.
Oh my!
Yeah. I wrote it for the last time.
Did you pick a song for it?
I did. I picked "I Will Survive."
Oh.
Yeah, and I did. But that's what it says in the thing. And the Mummy. Mummy is great. Like an awesome ride.
Pretty anticlimactic.
It's well the wait time is very low, so we just sort of walked on.
Because it's boring.
I'm very much I hate animatronics, so I'm like I've garnered this technique over the years where I can sort of close my eyes with these two fingers and put my fingers over my ears and just sort of sit in a wee bubble. They scare me.
That's professional pussy right
they,
there.
They scare me like and
I've never heard anyone say
it's bad. So like I'll sit like that on the ride. So like Mummy, I was breaking it. Usually if I'm okay, yeah, Mummy. If I'm happy with the visuals. But not because some of the rides are very loud. If I'm happy with the visuals, I'll just go for the ears. And if I need to, I'll move quickly to the hands. Or I'll go to this and move quickly to the ears if I need to. But it's usually ears then hands, or as opposed to hands and ears, you know. Mummy's freaky though.
This is mental. That's mental.
But hey, I'm not a scaredy guy.
I like that you're honest.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Yeah, you own it.
Have you been in the Harry Potter ride in Islands of Adventure?
I watched it get built. So my school.
You said that like you were working on it, putting the nuts and the bolts in.
No, I did 2 years in one high school and 2 years at other, and the first 2 years was at Dr. Phillips, which is right behind Islands of Adventure.
Yeah,
and we were literally in math class watching it get built, and we would
Right.
watch people on the ride and all. And then after school, we had friends that worked there, and we would go in through the back and just go.
You just sneak in. Wowza. They're opening Christmas Day and everything. So I've also realized I've said wowza about 6 times.
Wowza.
Yeah, weird. They're opening Christmas Day, which like it's not like a centre where you only need 2 people to keep it running. Like you need to put 200 staff in
Americans don't care.
on Christmas Day. Yeah, it's not. Is it as big a thing over there?
No, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
But you know what else is big? Slavery. So they just not like the white black kind, but just like working,
Just
like
working, labor. Yeah. I haven't seen arachnophobia, so this does relate to the story.
What aren't you afraid of?
The dark I'm okay in if I know there's nothing there. I'll be honest.
Sorry, can I just interject? Do you know what he's most afraid of? Genuinely, and this is not a piss take. Do you know what this is?
Delivery driver?
Answering the door for a delivery driver. That's your biggest fear. There could be a tarantula.
Like getting up on stage and telling jokes. I will not answer the door for a delivery driver. Freaks me out.
Why?
No, it doesn't freak me out. I hate the awkwardness of it. I could do it now, but like when we started this podcast, it must have been 4 years ago now.
2019. 5 years ago.
I think in one specific episode was 2020. And we had ordered food on the podcast, but I was like, I can't get this. I had to send Aaron out to get it, just because I don't like the guy that comes. Really, I get a different guy every time, but like I just don't like
long legs to deliver your pizza.
Like I'd rather go and pick it up myself and be like, right, I have a bit of security here. But anyway, I have arachnophobia, and there's a massive spider in the Harry Potter ride, like Aragog, whatever. From the Are you a Harry Potter fan? Yeah. So Aragog is out in full force in that ride. He probably gets a bit this close to you.
No.
I won't do it. Like, this year I got on the ride and just sat. I went for the fingers in the ear for 90% of the ride. Like, it's all fun. Harry's moving about. See, as soon as Harry's like, we're going into the Forbidden Forest, hands go over my eyes like I'm done. A couple of years before that, we went, and because the queues are wild, we got up at like 7 a.m. and we're there for rope drop. My dad plans these theme parks like he's a military strategist. So like
you have to,
you do genuinely. So like he was like, we need to be there for rope drop. We're running straight to this specific ride. No, if you get left behind, so be it. And
how many of you are there?
There was like 8 of us at the time, and he was like, every man for himself. My brother
it's 5 now.
Yeah, my brother was maybe 5 at the time. He's like, you may walk, you may run. But we got to the gates of Hogwarts, and I was like, I can't.
Like it's a real place.
Like he's really planned this out. Got to the gates of Hogwarts, and I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I can't get on this ride because I'd watched the YouTube walkthroughs. I can't do this. And my mum tried to just guilt trip me into it and was like, "You're ruining everybody's holiday. You're letting everybody down." So I was like really sucking deep. I'm gonna cry thinking about it now. And she was like, "You're ruining the whole holiday. I'm just letting you know that now." I was like, I can't go in. There's a spider in there. She then later apologized, like, "Listen, I was just trying to get you to go into the ride." But I was like, "No, I won't do it." So
I like that you covered up for your mom there.
Yeah. Shout out Jillian. But she's definitely not watching. But so like we were there 7 a.m. We got to the gates, and I was like, I shall go no further. And I was probably 12. And my mum had to wait outside me and was just like,
You've ruined my life.
You've ruined everything. It's always been you. There's when was the last time you were in Universal?
Probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah, there's a new Harry Potter ride called Hagrid's Forbidden Journey.
Oh.
Which sounds dodgy. It's not. But it's genuinely the best ride I've ever done. It's crazy. So you like sit on his motorbike from the films.
Right.
So it's a 2-man ride. You sit on the motorbike and someone's in the sidecar, and you take off. I thought I was gonna fly. But they play like motorbike sounds in the speaker, so you fly around it like at an alarming rate. Because there's 5. I have 2 brothers and a mother and a father, and we all went this year. But obviously, there's only 2 in each. So my dad had to go with a stranger, who he surprisingly chatted a long time with after the ride was over. Had to remind him to come back to his family. But she has rode that ride 35 times. She says she just felt safer being in Universal than in downtown in Orlando. So it's just like, I just come to Universal all the time.
Downtown Orlando's wild.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Well, I'm a firm believer. Every like crazy thing that's been said about Florida and Florida people is true.
Okay.
And,
yeah.
Like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just like the epitome of the Florida person,
right?
Like Florida man. That is downtown Orlando. Yeah. But that's all Floridans. Like,
yeah.
We grew up. Like, I used to go to Gatorland. Have you gone to Gatorland?
No. Is that I saw an advertisement for that. Yes, I was on a billboard.
Gatorland's. Yeah. I mean, there's Gatorland people and there's Disney people. I'm Gatorland people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Swamp people.
Yeah.
But
swamp people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both equal parts crazy. But I went for the first time on a field trip. I think I was like in the first grade, which is like your P2.
Yeah.
And they had to keep us outside for an hour because a kid had his leg bit off by an alligator. Rather than closing it down and not sending in another 50 kids, they were like, "We need to clean up this mess, and then you guys can go in."
You don't have to be shut down.
Like, we're so desensitized to like, insanity.
Yeah, just like, violence like that. Yeah. I
mean, Universal is great.
Yeah. I mean, there's a spider. I'm not getting my leg bit off. And the minions are there. But, yeah, Universal was lovely. I'm trying to think what else I did when I was in
Gatorland is for men.
Yeah, Gatorland's for, I wouldn't, I don't belong in Gatorland. That would ruin my whole holiday. Have you been to Disney Springs? Mm-hmm. Or not Disney Springs. Celebration?
Yeah.
Celebration.
Like, have you gone during Christmas time where they do the fake snow?
No.
It's just bubbles.
Oh, they just blow bubbles in there?
It's like a white foam. It's not, it's because it doesn't flow. Snow in Florida, obviously. So every Christmas they do like a big.
Yeah. Did you see the thing? It was in the news this week about Disney Celebration. So someone died in Celebration, like from food poisoning or whatever, in one of the restaurants. Yeah. And then it was a girl, and the husband tried to sue Disney.
Yeah.
And they were like, when you signed up to Disney Plus 3 years ago on a 1-month trial, you agreed that you'd never take any legal action against us.
Shut up.
And he can't do it. He can't do it.
Yeah. This
wild, like
this grieving husband.
You just give him money, wouldn't you?
Yeah, this grieving husband. She asked, "Is there nuts in this beforehand?" And they said, "No nuts. There was nuts. She had a severe allergy and died." And he had a 1-month free trial 3 years ago. And like, come on,
yeah, bro tried to watch the first episode of The Mandalorian. Can't take any action.
Isn't
that wild? Yeah. Hello, it falls to me again this week to do the ad read for Great Outdoor Barbecue Co. Woo! Shout out Great Outdoor Barbecue Co. We'll get back to Jazz and me in a minute. But let me tell you one thing. Great Outdoor Barbecue Co. have an amazing selection, okay? I say this every week, and I'll continue to say it every week as long as they're paying us to. If you're looking a barbecue, the one place you're going to go is here, okay? It's coming towards the end of the summer. We're into August. People go, nah, don't need a new barbecue. We're done with barbecuing. Yes, you do. I'll tell you that for free, because barbecuing is not just something that happens during the summer. It happens all year round, whether you believe it can or not. See if it's November the 15th and you wanna stick a rack of ribs in the barbie, you absolutely should, and you absolutely can. And where else are you gonna get your barbecue? Great Outdoor Barbecue Co. You're going, oh, yeah, I'm doing all right. And you may be thinking to yourself, oh, Daniel, like, I like meat, I like ribs, but I've no good rubs for it. Guess you're getting the rubs. Great Outdoor Barbecue Co. Maybe you're like, Daniel, I'm not a big meat guy, I'm not a big burger guy. I just would prefer like a wee pizza. You're not gonna believe this. Great Outdoor Barbecue Co. They do pizza ovens, okay? They've currently paused their 1 month raffle, their raffle, because they're working on bigger and better things. So that will be all revealed. But that just shows you guys they're constantly innovating. They're constantly changing the game, the barbecue meat rubbing game. So guys, the one place to get the gear is Great Outdoor Barbecue Co. Get there now. Back to the podcast. Wild. My dad is a celebration nut. Like, brutal to say nuts after that.
But your dad's like, well, he did sign up for Disney.
Yeah. I don't know. My dad's like, no, Disney, right? House of the Mouse. But he'd love nothing more than a wee house in Celebration when he retires. But
you can live there. Really?
Yeah. It's like a village. Mm-hmm. Wasn't it originally built to be like that's where the workers could live?
It was like it's like Stedford Town. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything's just...
Yeah. It's beautiful. Like, it's really nice.
The hospital's great. I went to that hospital once.
I can't say I've been. Yeah. Huh? Can't say I've been to the hospital.
I had to go there once, and it was like imagine the bougiest setting.
Okay.
I mean, you pay for it.
Yeah. True.
Are there like workers in costumes like telling you like you've got 2 days to live? Like Mickey Mouse comes in, he's like,
Mickey's doing
he's like, oh no, he can't speak. He just goes like, it's not looking good.
He sees something terminal, he just puts his hand in it. He's trying to speak so badly, but they won't let him take the mask off. He's Goofy's in the corner going, gosh. We bumped into this guy. We went in this torrential bike ride. It was awful. You can like hire bikes and like cycle around the lake and stuff. In the Florida heat,
it's too hot.
Honestly, I was ready to drive my bike into the lake. But we cycling around, and actually I had a full row with my dad during it. I was like, "This is the worst. This is the worst. You've ruined this holiday this year." Well done, it's you now. But I've passed the mantle down. We went on this bike ride, and some of the houses are like 1.5 million, like and more. They're crazy. I was going somewhere with this. Oh yeah, we bumped into this guy that used to work at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
as like a tech support guy for ride goes down. He was like, see under that castle in Magic Kingdom, it's just thousands of like picture like desks with computers. Everybody's monitoring or something. You're just under like 24-hour surveillance the whole time. And if a ride goes down, you've got like 10. You had a pager. You've 10 minutes to respond, or like you're in big trouble. Like big trouble. Speaking of nothing, I don't want to go with that. Pei Weis in Florida. Have you been?
Pei Weis?
Chinese place?
No, I only know Pee Wee Herman. I don't know.
Yeah. Pei Weis is a Chinese place.
Pei Wei?
Could be. Could be. Wait, let me look it up.
Oh, damn.
I'd probably definitely.
Is it Asian food?
Yeah, perhaps. I got the orange chicken.
Yeah.
Definitely Pei Weis. I'm probably still saying that wrong.
I think one sounds more Asian than the other.
Yeah. Pei Wei is, you would think Herman. Yeah.
He just works there. It's like fully Asian food.
That's it, yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. It's lethal, man. I could have lived there. It was class. The first time I got something, and the second time I got orange chicken, scrumptious, like proper nice.
I prefer Chinese in America.
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
It was pretty lethal. What is there? Is there certain foods that you're like?
Crab rangoon.
Sorry?
It's called
I don't know what that is yet.
It's called crab rangoon. So it's like these it's like a fried wonton, but inside there's like a crab and
I had crab
cream
wontons.
cheese
Yes.
filling thing. Yeah.
Pei Weis does that. Yeah.
Pei Weis.
Yeah, I know it.
The
I know the names. But yeah, I had to. I got one of those in Pei Weis, and
I like those.
yeah, they were nice. But is there a specific is there a chain of restaurants that you're like, I'm gutted that they don't have them over here?
I do miss Chick-fil-A, and then you've been to Florida, so you know.
Yeah, I know.
Have you experienced a pub sup?
No.
Oh,
I don't know. No, I don't know. What, I think I've heard you talk about pub subs before somewhere
have you?
on a podcast or something. I can't remember. Maybe.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Publix, the grocery store over there.
Yes.
Their
You
sandwiches.
have. I do. You did do this because I remember you then said Publix and I was like, I've seen pub subs being made. Yes, we were in a Publix in Miami.
Yes.
And the deli is just huge.
And you get a sandwich made.
Yeah.
That's the only, if they had that here, bar my grandma, no reason to go to America. No reason.
Racing Canes is coming here.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. With my brother.
It's chicken fingers?
Yeah. What?
It's just chicken fingers?
Yeah. We went and my brother was like really hyping up Raisin Canes. Got there and it wasn't anything special.
It's like whatever.
It was like, do you know it was like chips? They're like zigzag almost. Like
Crinkle?
Crinkle.
Yeah.
It's just those and like sauce and chicken fingers. It was alright. Cheers.
I did learn to make ranch, though.
I saw that in your Instagram story.
Learned to make ranch.
Unpopular opinion, ranch. I'd rather have garlic mayo.
It's because you're not American.
Yeah.
So you're saying this in
Well,
America.
because I obviously I'm adventurous. I tasted.
Are you?
I tasted the unless it's spiders or anything robotic or anything that scares me. I'm
Or a delivery man.
yeah, or simply collecting my food from the
Average
front
human
door.
experience.
I'm an adventurous guy, and I
least adventurous man I know.
man, listen, I would. Yeah. So true. I sampled the local cuisine when I was out there. I had a bit of ranch on my pizza.
But where did you get the ranch from?
Walmart.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
proper ranch.
is there a ranch place to go to?
Well, if you go to Walmart, you gotta get the right brand. You get the wrong brand, it's gonna be
What's the right brand?
Hidden Valley.
What?
Hidden Valley.
Hidden Valley.
Don't say you have that. You
I
don't know.
have no idea. But yeah, it just was kind of like it was a wee bit herby, but it didn't really taste anything. Like the closest thing I compare it to is probably the Domino's dip, the garlic and herb.
I'll give you that.
But it's not one for one. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's if you were
Have you been to Flout?
Flout. No, I saw
They
you
have
guys
a
were there.
ranch. It's really good.
Good. Flout is very hard to like. Get into.
You'd be better breaking into the Pentagon, like seriously.
You have to strategize getting into Flout like my dad would for Disneyland.
See, I got
You
really
do?
lucky.
Yeah.
They set it up for us before a gig.
Yeah.
And we got to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is unreal.
It looks. They have those really big thick pizzas,
Is
don't they?
that like Chicago style? Is that?
They had like every style.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly. He just kept bringing up meats. And I was just like, what has happened?
Yeah, it was lethal. I don't know why I said that was lethal. I was not there, but
I was like,
because sometimes I say things, I'm like, I know you weren't there. You saw it on Instagram. It looked lethal. That's probably what I was
did you
going
see it
for.
on Instagram?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. A lot
yeah,
of people. Kieran did wee dirties or something about
Yeah.
it. But yeah. And is there a food that you've found here that you're like, I'm happy I found it here because America don't have it?
Jam buns.
Oh, interesting.
You hate them. You hate them.
I don't
You
hate them.
them.
I just wouldn't be my go-to.
Well,
For example, we went to the centre there. I got a chicken wrap instead of a jam bun. You know, ham and cheese jam bun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I like, what did I think it's soda bread.
Oh, yes.
I don't like potato bread.
Bury me.
No potatoes.
No, it doesn't really taste like it.
Soda. Potato is the thin one, isn't
Thin
it?
one. Soda's a nice big thick one. Bit
Thick,
of flour on it.
big thick soda.
It's a
yeah,
little
yeah.
salty.
Yeah. I need a good
Even
soda.
like in Liverpool, like I was in Liverpool recently doing a documentary on Jelvis, which that's where my life's at.
Yeah.
And
Shout out.
if he's not listening,
He's not
saw him
listening.
yesterday.
I don't think he has a phone.
Saw him yesterday. Put the head down, said nothing, and just walked.
Did you
aside.
see him yesterday? No.
He's gotten off the bus and I just went, I'm not talking to you, and just walked on.
Oh.
What do you mean,
Sad,
lad?
that's sad.
No, because no,
You spent-
You don't understand.
I was already TransLink fleeced me out of an hour and a half. I was an hour and a half
Yeah,
late
yeah.
to meet my mates, and I went, see if I get talking to him here. It's an hour 20
You end up
minutes.
busking with him. I danced with Jelvis at City Hall for a video. I had texted him. I was like, I'm coming to City Hall to
dance
ask
with
you
you.
a few questions and bust a few moves. And he was like, no worries. So turned up and looking back, one of the cringiest things I've ever done, because the crowded guy. This is when he was like rising to like prime Jelvis.
Yeah.
And he was like forming a mass crowd, but I was like kind of mid interview with him, and he just kept dancing. And I was like, I don't want people to think I'm like making fun of him and just like jumping in for the crack, but I genuinely am with him right now. So I was kind of like busting a move in the background, but he's
Busting a move?
Yeah, he's so unpredictable. Like he's like Mr. Fantastic, and I was like trying to follow him, couldn't. But yeah, shout out Jelvis. If you want to come on, you can come on.
I feel like he would.
Oh yeah, he would. He'd take anything, probably. Yeah. That's man. I gotta say things in my head before I say them
No,
out loud
I like
sometimes,
that.
you know?
I like that.
I just said Jelvis would take anything. Anyway, but yeah, soda bread would be your would be your food you're keeping. Yeah. I'm trying to think what things America don't have that over here. I mean, obviously the iconic fry, but I mean they've still got their.
I think I've only ever had it once, and that's when I first moved here.
Yeah.
The first week, and they were like, "You have to have a fry."
You have to have a fry.
I mean, you were saying about like ranch and stuff. Depends where you get it. You can get see like some mom and pop's place that's been going from like the 70s throughout the
100%.
trouble.
Just their kitchen.
It's been bombed
Yeah.
40 times.
Yeah.
The bacon's still crispy. Go there.
Yeah.
It's the like. Do you know what I mean? You're not gonna get it from a chain. Don't go to a chain.
It's the same with Chinese in America. We're hardly going to Pei Weis. We're going to China Walk and like
Panda
the
Express?
worst neighborhood. What? No,
I've only been to Panda Express once.
it's terrible.
Okay, I got the orange chicken. That's all I do.
You like the
I love
orange chicken?
orange chickens. Yeah. What one did you say there?
I would-
Chinese Express.
No,
It's not a place. You just made that up.
they would just call it like China Walk.
Oh yeah,
China whatever.
There's one on the near the Shankill or Ballysillan, and it's just called like Good Chinese or something. I can't remember, like the names here are wild.
Good Chinese.
Good Chinese or like
Across the
good
street,
Chinese
bad
here.
Chinese.
But yeah, there is a resurgence. I'm just thinking of like Jelvis-esque figures. You've got your Anna Christian.
Oh man.
Have you had an encounter with Anna Christian?
I almost hit her with my car accidentally.
Accidentally?
Accidentally.
You
Put the foot down?
did the world a favour.
Yeah. When was this?
So, do you know Brennan and Cade?
Yes.
Me and her were driving home. I had just dropped off Jack McGee because we had all done a gig, and we were going. And I was like, I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but do you see someone in the middle of the street?
Yeah.
And she was just like, I was like, please tell me you see it too.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I see it. And we got closer. This is before we knew.
Before she was
This was,
widespread.
when
Yeah.
she first came
Her
here.
origin story.
And so then she was in the street like this, and she was just like opera singing. I don't know what she's doing. She's like, oh,
no.
and everybody was too scared to go past her.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, no, this.
Yeah.
And I like whip around, and she like tried to like go in front, and I was like, I will hit you with my car. And then we got around her, and me and Bruno were like, what the hell was that?
Where was this?
This was in East Belfast.
Okay.
There was a big cathedral.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I know.
There's a couple of them. Yeah.
Terrified.
But yeah.
And then later on, she started coming up on TikTok.
And you were like, I nearly ended that for everybody.
So sorry. I think she came to Antrim. She was at my Domino's.
Your Domino's?
Got arrested.
Got arrested at your Domino's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You phoned him in? I didn't see this.
She was just like disturbing the roads and stuff. She was on the motor. I think she ran on the motorway at one
Shouting
point.
at- Really?
Yeah. Like
She's trying to get knocked down. She I mean, mental illness. You know.
Ugh.
But you can, sad. But you can put an Avengers roster together of people like
no,
that.
I'd say like they're
Shazzy
our
Shankill.
equivalent to like Florida man. Do you know what I mean?
Shazzy Shankill.
Shazzy Shankill.
There's a woman in work. I work in a cinema. There's a woman in my work who, I'll say her name. I'll bleep it out.
Oh.
No, Shazzy Shankill.
No, this girl's in her 40s and like would just show me a lot of Shazzy Shankill videos, but like just very, very no clothes. And I'm like, that's, you don't need to show me that in the workplace. That's an HR concern. But the Shazzy Shankill's wild. You Shazzy Shankill, Anna Christian, Jelvis. Maybe throw Tom Smith in there as like the Tony Stark.
I haven't heard of Tom Smith.
You haven't heard of Tom Smith?
No.
He's
It's like entrepreneur.
winners win. That guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I lied.
Yeah.
I think Karen Franco should have been.
He could. I was gonna do a sketch where I do this like Tom Smith-esque character walking through Belfast in like a muscle suit. But I decided to keep my dignity on that one. But like I've got loads of it. Cover my eyes when I say spider. But you can have him as like the benefactor, the guy that's rolling the money in. And I'm trying to think of any other characters from MZ.
Oh, do you know?
You heard of MZ?
Oh dear, this is do you know that it's like mentioning Voldemort. Yeah. Like my ears prick up.
Yeah. I've covered my eyes. There's MZ. The lore here is crazy. You buckle up. So, MZ is a rapper from Newton Ards, right?
Already.
Yeah.
Frightening.
Well, and rappers are
rapper's a strong term. Yeah. He raps. Yeah. He
better in the deli.
Yeah, 100%. He's not very good.
Shocker.
Right, not very good.
Yeah.
But probably 2 years ago now. No, sorry, a year ago. I discovered him on TikTok, and he was, artists put maybe a bit of reverb or something on their mics. This guy had nothing, and he was just pretty much just
raw dogging.
Yeah, he's pretty much just raw dogging the mic and like speaking words, not really singing. And we did it. We talked about it on the podcast. I played a couple. That's what it was. He was slagging like the comedy scene just here, and it was just like So I made a video TikTok about it and clipped it up, and he replied, and basically there's a lot of back and forth, and then he like became a bit TikTok famous. Everybody was like supporting him, but they were laughing at him. There's one thing this country does: it's band together to like just collectively take the mick out of someone. And he then got into we went live one night talking. There's a lot of stuff came out about him. He ended up being a bit of stuff.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So thankful to say he didn't come on the podcast.
Sorry, for most of the time, he posted the own evidence himself.
Oh yeah, it's brutal.
He posted his court documents.
There was something like people were saying this happened. He's like, no, it was this instead, and showed the. I was like, man, you shouldn't have showed that though. Fun podcast, but the basically we got into like a heated discussion. We went live.
What did he say about comedians?
It was just he just said the comedy scene was awful here or something like that, and I just found it funny and like that he was like from a man in his position who isn't really taking the rap scene by storm.
Yeah.
I was and made a little joke, and then one day he messaged me and was like, "Let's sort." He's like in like late 30s. One day he messaged me and was like, "Where do you live? Like, let's sort it out right now." And I was like, "Man, I'm 19 years old. You cannot be serious right now."
He's trying to bang.
Yeah. I cover my eyes. But fingers on my ears.
Not that you'd answer the door anyway.
I wouldn't answer the door. I'd send you to answer. Yeah, all you can eat. Actually, it's awful. Anyway, all this came out, but then he got kicked out of Newton Ards, like the community band together.
They had a public protests outside his house.
Kick him out of a town?
Like 30 people gathered outside. Police.
Because he was a creep.
Yeah, you would have genuinely thought like they were moving like Obama, right? It was mental. Or like when Biden was here, the roads were closed off. You would have thought Biden was in Newton Ards in some council estate.
They moved him out, and then there was rumours he was hiding in Larne. So...
Are you telling this?
Yeah,
oh, man.
Well.
Oh, no.
So, like,
are we scared?
This is a hypothetical. This never happened. Okay.
Well, we just went on a drive. So, put it this way. There was rumors.
This whole rap scene is ridiculous.
This rap scene is ridiculous. Well, like, he has his own sort of scene of, like, criminal / on the run rapper. Yeah. But, he kept promising, like, music's coming out, blah, blah, blah. He had a studio and all this stuff. I'm pretty much in a live one day on TikTok. I just said, we were live one day on TikTok, and I just said something like, listen, he's got to be careful because everybody's obviously taking the mick out of him. I was like, he's got to be careful that like he doesn't post his address and be like, come here to make your music, and someone just like throws a petrol bomb through it and burns the place down. I was looking out for his safety, right? This is before it all came out, and he then thought I was like enticing people to like go and do this. I had one in my pocket, and so he wasn't happy, and he created like a hate against us in general, like wasn't happy. And one day it was out, word on the street was he's hiding in Larne, like just sleeping in his car somewhere, and we were like, do you want to just go on the drive and see if we can find him?
No.
So
this is hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
This is not real.
Hypothetical.
This is a movie. This never happened.
So cut 3 of us piled into the car, driving the Larne, just like hypothetically, and driving down. There was rumours he was just like camping outside the police station, like just sitting there. Not that we were going to do anything or speak to him. Like we just wanted to be like, this is him. Like I'm hard scared to see him in Belfast one day. He's off the grid. I have no idea where he is.
But we came home from that night and went, we're going to turn this into a horror film.
Movie
where
it'd be lethal.
Where
the guy's going after like
I die first.
a criminal.
we planned all the stereotypes.
Yeah.
For like
it was like we drove up. We were probably in Lauren for an hour, driving about, looking down streets and sidewalks. Couldn't find him.
Some of the dodgiest areas you've ever seen in your
really
life.
Scary, like really genuinely scary.
I don't know what's dodgy here because everybody's white.
Yeah, but we turned up some. Do you remember it was like a really narrow road. You could barely get the car turned around. Do you remember? And it was.
And if he had walked out, dead.
Yeah, if you'd walked out, it was like the guys.
Like something.
He had threatened people and stuff. He was like, "I'm gonna kill you" and all that stuff. And we were like, "You know what you should do? Try and find him." But yeah, a movie will come out soon. We're gonna do that. But in terms of stand up here, segue, you know. Did you start stand up pretty much as soon as you got here? I don't mean like step off the plane straight to the path, but like, you know what I mean.
I waited like 6 months or so to just try to figure out stuff, and then I didn't know because I'm not from here. Yeah. I don't know what I didn't at the time. I didn't know what the prestigious or like the great places were. So I'm sitting there emailing Lavery's like, "Hey, I'd love to do 5 minutes," and they're like, "Nah."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I ended up doing the PAV.
Yeah.
And then went to Chicken Box, and then I started doing like the Saturday afternoon comedy and all that stuff, and just like slowly
from there.
Surely,
Yeah. And recently there was a big gig on for you. Recently,
that was incredible.
You're not a bit teary.
I cried a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I drank a lot and I cried a lot.
I can imagine.
And then at the end I had to do like a speech, and I was
on stage. Just yeah.
And they're all behind me.
Yeah.
And I had drank so much, and I just was brutally honest and like shared all my feelings.
Did you have anything prepared, or did you just get up there and wing it?
No, I just went up there and like spoke from the heart.
Yeah.
So it was a good night. It was unreal. Like the people, like somebody had planned it for me.
Yeah.
Because they knew I needed it.
Yeah.
And so like.
Did you not know it was being planned?
Right. And so then like for all those people to say yes immediately, it's like insane.
Like without you even knowing, without you knowing they've all agreed to do this is.
Yeah.
Warms the heart. Like the genuine the scene here is amazing. It's like
they're great. They're all nice. They're all always trying to help people.
Yeah.
Always trying to like make everybody a better community. Like there's room for everybody.
Yeah. So
they're like they'll give you the opportunities and blah blah. So
it's I couldn't go, but it was I remember seeing. Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
Fake fun.
Yeah. I wasn't doing anything. Like, no, I was joking. I wasn't free.
Delivery driver was outside. You couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't get out of the house. The guy, delivery driver, Chinese guy, was standing outside the door. Not Chinese guy. Chinese guy, as in delivering my Chinese.
Right,
yeah. Man, I gotta go back.
Thanks for clarifying.
I need to go back and work on myself. Like
Pee Wee.
Pee Wee. Call me Pee Wee. But yeah, no, it's great here. In terms of you supported Shane in the Opera House, didn't you? Mm-hmm. What was that like?
Hard. It's because they didn't come to see me.
Yeah.
So then you go up there and you're like,
hey.
And they're like, nah.
Yeah.
I was like, right, okay. But it was more the full experience, like the dialogue backstage. I had my first Nando's that night.
But ask you about Nando's because I just realized when I was talking about that, Nando's isn't in America. So what do you think of Nando's?
It's chicken. But that I really enjoyed it because I had never had it here, and it was the first like seasoned food I'd had in a long time. You know what I mean? So then I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And it was just like a cool experience because it was me, James McKegney was there, Andrew Ryan, and just like the banter and the like learning how everything goes and what it takes to make something like that happen was like incredible.
Amazing. The saddest day ever, the Dublin Road Nando's has been closed.
Yeah. Pour one out for the sad day at the parish.
100%. Like Nando's. We're two gents that like Nando's is pretty integral part of my life.
I like the peri-peri chips.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Peri-peri chips, garlic bread.
I've actually had their garlic bread.
I've had the garlic bread?
I've had their chicken wings, I've had their chips, and I've had their tea.
What, you had their tea?
I like cold tea.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
There's the SSE one. Have you been in the SSE one? It has like the big thing of tea. It's like refillable.
Oh yeah, there's like a huge.
A couple of them have them.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking you're a Cineworld girl, aren't you?
How'd you know that?
Because we work in the cinema very close by. I've seen a couple of comedians in there before, But I also, Kieran posted a photo of you or something. You were like in cinema. Cinema's very easy to.
I go to cinema.
easy
That's
to point out.
remember I said I go once a month by myself.
Do you have an unlimited card?
No.
Oh,
I former unlimited card member here.
Is
If
it make a difference?
It's like £17 a month and just unlimited films.
Oh,
So like if you go,
so I can go twice a month.
if you go twice, it pays for itself, and then if you go after that, they're basically
they're free movies. Like,
and you get like.
are you a big movie person?
I just like going to the cinema.
Yeah, I love going.
Yeah.
I need to see Kneecap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that as well.
Yeah, looks good. We saw Trap. Seen Trap?
Is that the one that's in the concert?
Yeah.
Me and Kieran Franco are gonna go see that. We've already planned it
It's really good.
because it was a preview when we went to see Longlegs,
Yeah,
and so we're gonna go see that one.
it was. Oh, how would you rate Trap?
Fun time at the cinema.
Fun time.
That's all
at
you
the
need.
cinema.
Fun movie
time at the
experience.
cinema.
Don't
Fun
spoil
movie
it. Don't
experience.
spoil it.
No.
Fun time at the cinema. You should watch The Boy. You should watch The Boy.
No.
But yeah, I love the cinema, man. I love the cinema. I was thinking of doing a series where two things. I was thinking of doing a series where I went about all the cinemas in Northern Ireland and like find out what is the categorically best cinema you can go to. Not even like chain, like a specific cinema. I work in, I'll bleep this out, cinema. It's like 5 minutes away from Cineworld. Need free tickets, you hit me up.
Oh, I don't know if I could cheat on Cineworld. They validate my parking.
I think Cineworld's
They-
closing,
No way.
isn't it?
They did let off about 4,000 people.
Yeah, it's
No.
getting there. Yeah.
That's the best movie.
So,
It's no.
brutal after I just told you I work on one to turn my face.
In terms of here, if Cineworld closes, it's going to be a hard series to choose because Cineworld absolutely is the best one.
There's one in London. It's not Cineworld, but
The
it's
BFI?
no, I don't know.
Okay.
I've never been,
Right, okay,
but I heard about it because I was thinking about going when I was there, where they create different meals for each section of a movie that would go with that section of the movie, and they bring it out.
Oh
to you.
yes,
It's like £100.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it on TikTok where like I saw like a Ratatouille one they did.
I feel like that would annoy me though.
Yeah,
I'm going.
after like the third
Yeah.
dish, I'd be like, just let me watch this.
Just let the film play out here.
Yeah.
I'm going. Have you seen Coraline?
Like the cartoon movie?
The-
Yeah.
Tim Burton. I'm going on Monday.
That's too much for me.
Coraline.
That's too scary for me.
Really?
I've seen Longlegs, but like that's too scary.
Coraline and Paranorman, like all those like claymation kind of, or like stop motion kind of looking.
Claymation is a little
It's
scary.
all. It's great.
Claymation's
So
it's
the-
uneasy. It's
But I do like
uncanny
Tim
valley.
Burton.
that's the BFI in London. I'm going on Monday. It's free entry. Have a Coraline display. So like all the puppets and stuff that were used in the film are like glass cases, and you can just like take out like concept art.
You
and
love
stuff.
that? You love dolls?
So
I do love dolls. I'll not
that's
be
probably
there.
what it is.
I'll not be there. Yeah, that's it. I don't like
These moving
these
dolls.
movies. Now, have you seen Wallace and Gromit?
I don't like that, but yeah.
This guy's the biggest Wallace and Gromit
Love Wallace and
fan
Gromit. Love
ever.
Chicken Run. Big Chicken Run guy.
I don't like the way it looks.
You don't like the way it looks? I'm a big.
It makes me feel scared.
Do you remember the box trolls? Do you know the box
Yeah,
trolls?
if you want,
It's like claymation.
if you want
as well.
to bleep us out, you can. That film, man. I hate that film, man.
Scary or just like
Well, you really bleep this out. Actually, now I'm thinking about it in the context. My parents were getting divorced, and I f***ing hated the film in general. So I'm just sitting there going, "This is a bad thing."
did they take you to the film to tell you?
No, it was
Right.
just.
Do you enjoy that movie?
It was,
By the way.
we had genuinely. You're not wrong.
Oh,
It was
no.
yeah.
After that film?
Oh my, no! Well, like a week later, it was just like,
Okay.
by the way, this is done here, and
You went,
by this is done.
box trolls.
I went, oh, don't,
yeah.
You can bleep it out or keep it in. It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
I hate that film.
Fast forward like 10 years from now, your kids watching it. You turn that off.
I've like PJ. I treat it like it's Vietnam flashbacks. I'm like, turn it off now. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm
Anyway,
not a big claymation guy. I'm just
You
scared.
just named
I'm
like
just
3
scared.
claymations that you love.
Yeah.
Shaun the Sheep, man. You like a bit of
No,
Shaun
that's
the
what I mean.
Sheep.
I like Shaun the Sheep. See when it gets all dark and twisted? No, don't like that. Like Coraline is dark
You
and
ever
twisted.
Nightmare Before Christmas? Yeah.
Aspects of it I like. Some parts I'm like, whoa.
Some
It's
parts are
scary.
sitting there like
It's a bit heavy.
It's a bit heavy. It's a bit scary at parts. Well, scary imagery, I'd say. You know, I'm a big Lego guy.
this is where your head's at, man.
This is so relaxed.
Never leave your girlfriend.
I know, 100%. Yeah,
big Lego
yeah,
man.
100%. I'm a big Lego guy. Like, they just revealed a Nightmare Before Christmas Lego set. I was like, I don't even like the film that much, but I was like, £200. When was the last time you had a Lego set?
Never.
Never.
That is crazy.
I played at
Never
school,
experienced
but,
joy?
like, have it at home? No.
No. I have a room. No, I don't have a room.
Have you been to Legoland?
I've been to the Legoland, Florida. It was too hot. It was bad.
It is really hot.
It was
And
the rides are very childish.
there's not really rides. Really, maybe for like 2-year-olds.
Yeah, and they're very childish rides.
Florida's like sticky warm. It's like
I hate
not
it.
great.
The outlets are every.
Oh, the
item in my
outlets.
body right now is from the outlets. You know. Yeah, it is. Every outlet, every article of clothing is from the outlets, but they're insanely cheap.
Really?
I'm a big Disney guy,
Yeah.
so like was keen on going like Disney stores and the outlets. Not great stuff. I got an X-wing helmet when I was there the year before. I spent $100 on an X-wing helmet. You familiar with Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More of a Trekkie.
Oh,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Live long and prosper and all that. Yeah. That was pretty good. I'm pretty good. At
I was really impressive.
Can you do that?
No,
There you go.
I can't.
Yeah, live long, guys. Yeah, but
He's never seen Star Trek.
yeah, no, yeah. I can't say I'm a big Star Trek guy. You know, I think it's cool. It doesn't scratch Star Wars like, but yeah. I'm trying to think what my favorite Lego set is of all time. I'm not sure. But no, it's Florida is like a weather of like if I'm walking for too long and I start to get sticky, like my clothes are stuck to me.
It's like Satan's armpit. I
I'm
can't.
done. Like
To be fair, you do have to do. You can maybe just like look at your watch and go, in 2 minutes it's gonna be thunder, so we can maybe just
Yes.
you know.
yeah. There's a few.
does rain
There's
often.
a few times when I was there, like it bucketed like
On and
it's
off like that.
proper bucketed.
It could rain across the street and be a sunny day on the other side of the street, which is
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah, which is supernatural. The Disney Springs is lethal as well. When there's I'm just a guy that's interested in cinemas in general. Like I find
Yeah.
them fascinating.
I prefer American popcorn.
Butter? Is there butter in it? I'd love to try it, but like
Have you not been in the movie theater in America?
no, because it's very expensive. You know, tickets are very
They are
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah, I've anytime that an American's been in work, they've asked us like, "Do you guys do butter or popcorn?" I'm like,
No, sorry.
"Bring your own."
Bring
It's
your own
like,
butter.
we do not
Melt
do
it down, man. Because I went to go. There's the big AMC in Disney Springs. I was like, I'm just gonna go have a look and see what the crack is. And walked in. They were like, you need a ticket. I was like, all right, okay, straight back out. But you can dine in there and everything. It's similar to like the Avenue. Been to the Avenue?
No.
Oh, it's
No.
you should go. That's great.
I'm trying to get my girlfriend to take me there for my birthday. See Joker or something. You know.
Oh, that's.
Yeah,
I
it's
want to see
coming
that
out.
one as well.
Yeah, it comes out 2 days after my birthday, so
Mm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that comes out. You find me a text, 2 free tickets. All yours.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm not?
Dolecast alumni.
Do you know what I'm not looking forward to? Like I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to being scared. Alien, the new
Are you
Alien.
gonna go see it?
Romulus, come on, we'll go see it. We'll go see it. Come
Shall we see it now?
on. It's not even- is it?
I was watching a bit of it yesterday.
Oh, it's out, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
It's like see some of the stuff I do stand up, but see some of the stuff we deal with in the cinema. It's genuinely wild. Like it's
I'm
crazy.
so jealous. That's my dream job.
It's so easy. Like
If I could come back as like a teenager,
it's
I would.
so easy.
I'd want to work at the cinema.
It's like there was a guy. I do a little bit of stand up
Too
with it,
sad
but
to
not
do it.
really. But there's a guy. There's a guy that was getting guy that we work with walked into a screen and someone was playing Baby Shark on it like a tablet, like just like full volume, and some guy walked up and was like, "Can you get that and turn that off? Like we're trying to watch the movie." And he's like, "Yeah, 100%." Walked in and the girl walked out and was like, "Child has autism. Like I'm not turning the iPad off." And he was like, "But you're in a cinema, so you need to turn the iPad off." Then the guy that had like went out and told the staff member in the first place walked back. And this woman started like losing the head on him, going drop dead and all this stuff, like wild, absolutely wild.
Yeah.
And there's been like there was like there's what's the correct term now? Travelers.
Yeah.
Like I do the
You call them what you want to call them.
okay.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one.
You ever seen Brad Pitt and Snatch?
I just learned that actually recently.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Because somebody was saying it in a joke, and I think I was with Dave and Shane, and I turned to them, I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
And they were like,
Yeah.
"This is what
You
it
know
means."
yourself. Yeah.
Have you heard? I can't remember. Have you seen me doing the bit on stage about sex in the cinema?
No.
So it's a bit I do, but like genuinely it's happened. I walked into a screen and there was two in the front row having sex. In
People have sex at the cinema all the time.
front row.
Okay,
So
that's
like
wild. That's
so
wild.
like
That's wild.
the way
In a
this is
packed
set
out
up.
screen.
the way this is set up, like the first 3 rows are the nice reclining seats you get.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's not like America. But
yeah. Well, no, these ones are. I mean, Cineworld don't
ours
do them.
go all the way back.
Oh, so do ours. Cineworld don't do them.
What?
Yeah,
yours do?
They actually go. Like,
I'm going to yours.
There's a button and everything, and like they go all the way back.
Yeah.
But these I walked in and these guys had reclined and were relaxed.
Maybe too relaxed.
Too relaxed. I guess put your clothes on, please. But the first 3 rows reclined. The rest were like like those stadium seats you get. Like there's sort of like a football stadium. And everybody else, no one was watching the movie. Everybody else was like, physically laughing at them in the front row because they were just like looking down on them.
There was butter popcorn that day.
Yeah. Secret sauce.
Sweaty seats. Yeah. Sweaty seats.
The some hot nuts. Just trying to think of some food. But yeah, and I had to get 3 staff members in and be like, guys, can you please
To tear them apart.
stop hot
That's
sex.
kind of love I want.
Yeah. Hygiene out the window again.
Here, when I become a citizen,
Yeah.
you think you can put in a good word so I can get a part-time there?
100%.
I really want to work at a cinema.
Oh, 100%.
It's been like a dream of mine.
Yeah, 100%.
Just even do it for a couple months. And then
Like
go.
just to be like part-time and like experience
Yeah,
it.
100%.
Get free movies and 50% off.
Yeah,
That's my dream world.
we get 2 free tickets a week, and we
Shut
get 50% off like the popcorn and drinks and stuff. It's
That is my dream
it's
life.
the easiest job ever.
See,
you just go
even-
in and clean stuff up.
If I won the cash call, like I would still want to work at the cinema.
Yeah, fair. I mean, there are. I mean, I'm working
One
later.
day a week.
Yeah, I'm working later on, and I'm kind of dreading it. But like, there's it's a pretty easy job. Like, it's pretty easy going. But like, kids will be coming in for like Deadpool and stuff
Yeah.
that are obviously like.
I wasn't really into that.
Yeah, it's like 15, so like they can't see it. And there's a guy came in the other day, it was like a grandma came in with like this guy that was like tall enough but like looked very young, and I was like, can I just ask your date of birth? And he kind of stumbled, and I sort of said to the guy, is he 15? And if he just said yes, I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. He's like, no, he's P4. And I was like, well, he's not getting in this. He can't come in.
Even with a parent?
No, yeah, 15 is just like hard line, like 15 or not. But like,
how do you prove
people,
you're 15?
People
though?
get violent. Like people, there's been people like threatened outside because they can't see
Oh, I
Deadpool.
love that.
They're like, let's go. It's great. Like,
Is there like plexiglass between you?
No, it's
No.
just full fist.
it's
You're ready to
literally
go.
you just got to lock and load. But yeah,
They
it's
can't be worse than a heckler.
yeah, true. There was I had a stinker in Madden's about a month ago,
Yeah.
and it was I don't think you were there. It was like there was these guys in the front row, and like they were talking during everybody's sets, but they weren't like proper heckling. They were just talking throughout the sets, or like they maybe just chat. We heckle, chat. And I got up and I was singing, oh man, please someone put these guys down, and no one did. And then I was up next and walked on, and like it was worse because they were muttering something to me, but I couldn't hear what it was, so I was like stopping to be like, what are you guys saying? And then like it was brutal. Worst thing ever.
I've had less heckles lately, but I've been getting a lot of trolls like online,
Oh, okay.
like wild messages,
Really?
like when all that immigrant stuff was all going down, I got some crazy messages.
Really?
Like that I did a gig at the Banana Block,
Yeah.
and after that gig I got a message and it was like, you fat obese immigrant, you'll never, he said, you're funny but you'll never be as funny as Colin Gaddis. I'm like, what? I was like, I'm not trying to be Colin Gaddis. And
That is wild.
yeah, and then like just stupid stuff. I get Lizzo a lot. I get like just like weird random shit where I get called either immigrant, fat, or like some
You'll
round.
never be as funny as Colin Gaddis.
But like, why is
He's,
it?
as if
But
he's
he
like.
said it was funny.
But she said he was.
Yeah.
Like, what is the point?
That's brutal. Have you ever had like a really bad heckle on stage?
On stage.
I don't think it's as common as people think.
Well,
Like,
I
it
think
does
people,
happen, but,
people
like-
are afraid. People are afraid, especially when you're a girl and you're a black girl. They're like, oh, if I do this, I'll be racist. Oh, the one guy straight up called me the N-word in Macrofeld. In Macrofeld.
White guy?
Yeah.
Mad.
And everyone was ready to murder him. I was like, no,
Yeah.
leave him.
Leave him till after. Wait until after when he's walking out.
And
Yeah.
then, whatchamacallit, like people
That's
are,
wild. Did you just shout it?
huh? Yeah.
Did you just shout?
Because I was doing, I don't know if you've ever heard my alien bit where I'm
Right,
like
okay.
N-word and Klingon and all.
Right, okay.
And so,
Star Trek, come back. There you go. Yeah.
and he just
See, I
yelled
know
it out,
things,
and I was like, "Oh, you're wild."
Yeah, it's like that was brave.
But it was at the start of my set, and I was like, I'm not giving you my 15 minutes.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm gonna get through my 15, and then I'm gonna deal with you. But no, you get like a lot of. I had like a ticket link for a show that I was headlining, and somebody commented, they're like, I hate this. Because she's a hungry racist.
Racist? They called you racist?
So Sarah Furby calls me that all the time now. She calls me I'm like, it does sum up my jokes, but I was like, I don't want to hear that.
Racist is wild there. Like that is wild.
There's a ginger guy with dreadlocks.
Okay.
That should be a crime.
I was like, bruh.
Sorry about it, bro. But yeah, I had messaged you the other week about possibly doing a wee charity gig. I'll speak to you about that after because there's a chance that happens. Chance it doesn't. We'll see. But thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. This is fun.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. I've already said that. Thanks to Great Outdoor Barbecue Co. for sponsoring this episode.
Okay, sponsors.
Listen, I don't want to brag, but barbecue company sponsors.
You don't have Pei Weis.
Don't have Pei Weis. Listen, we drop Great Outdoor Barbecue for Pei Weis. Let me tell you. I'm only joking, guys. I'm only joking.
I got a text from Roger right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Guys, well, I'll tell you about that after because I don't think I can say that on air. But yeah, thanks very much for coming on.
Thanll you. I had fun.
Hopefully we'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks very much, Darren, for producing. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.